Okay, everyone should be in now. Sorry about that, everyone. But you all should be able to hear us now.
And they said, yes,
Perfect.
they can
All
hear.
right, great. Thank you so much for confirming. And thank you for joining the Secondary Education 2-year Post-Secondary Education and Agriculture in the K through 12 Classroom Grants Program Technical Assistance webinar for the fiscal year 26 NOFO. Before we start, we have a pre-recording that we're going to play just due to the compressed timeline. We won't be able to take Q&A during this meeting, but my contact information, Christopher Green, the National Program Leader for SPECA, please reach out to me directly and I will respond to you as quickly as I can. But we're going to get the recording started. And yeah, we're going to end the meeting right after the recording ends. But you can reach out to us for any slides or any questions you have, reach out directly to me. So thank you all for joining today. We can get the recording started. Donna? I think you need to toggle the sound again, Donna, and restart it.
Okay, working on that. Okay. Every time I come in, I have to click share sound. So I am learning something new today. And here we go again.
2026, also known as the SPECA program. This is the Notice of Funding Opportunity, or NOFO Technical Assistance webinar. And thank you all for being here today. Next slide. My name is Christopher Green. I'm a National Program Leader in the Institute of Youth, Family, and Community in the Division of Community and Education. We're here being helped by Donna Hyatt, our Program Specialist in the Institute of Youth, Family, and Community, and also the Division of Community and Education. We also have Amber Gellert, who serves on the program as our Program Assistant, who's also with the Institute of Youth, Family, Community. Next slide. Topics we'll cover today are the NIFA. We'll do a NIFA overview. We're going to have a program overview of SPECA. We'll be going over your application details and documents, the application evaluation process, tips for success for your application, as well as additional information and resources, because this program for SPECA this year is moving to the ERA system for submitting your application. So please pay attention there. We'll have a bunch of different topics for you to go over, and just to make sure your application gets submitted on time. Next slide. So starting with a NIFA overview. So who are we? We are the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. We are an extramural science funding agency in USDA's Research, Economics, and Education mission area. NIFA invests in and supports initiatives that ensure the long-term viability of agriculture. NIFA provides funding and strategic leadership for programs that ensure groundbreaking discoveries in agriculture-related sciences and technologies reach the people who can put them into practice. Next slide. So we're going to go over the SPECA program overview. The purpose of the SPECA program is to award grants to enhance curricula in agricultural education, increase faculty teaching competencies, interest young people in pursuing higher education in order to prepare for scientific and professional careers in the food and agricultural sciences. SPECA promotes the incorporation of agri-science and agribusiness subject matter into other instructional programs, particularly classes in science, business, and consumer education. SPECA facilitates joint initiatives by the grant recipient and other secondary schools, institutions of higher education that award bachelor's degrees to maximize the development and use of resources, such as faculty, facilities, and equipment to improve agri-science and agribusiness education for students and faculty. The SPECA program supports other initiatives designed to meet local, state, regional, or national needs related to promoting excellence in agribusiness and agri-science education, and this supports the K through 12 portfolio. Next slide. The purpose and priorities of SPECA continued. Each project category must support an academic instruction with a primary focus in at least one of the following 3 K through 14 grade levels. Each project can either be through K through 8 grade levels, projects with a specific focus on any of the academic grades, kindergarten through 8, secondary school, so grades 9 through 12, junior or community college, projects with a specific focus on associated degree level, 2-year post-secondary activities. All SPECA proposals must be submitted will be reviewed using the same evaluation criteria and may receive separate funding considerations based on the project categories described above. Projects with a target audience of bachelor's, graduate, doctoral students, or professional development of teachers should refer to other educational grant programs that you can find here at NIFA, and that support those activities. This program is really meant to focus on K through 14. Educational needs areas related to SPECA that you can develop your proposal around. When preparing a SPECA-funded project, the rationale for choosing a particular educational needs area must be explained in the application, and how this project can contribute to the development of students who who choose to either enter higher education or would like to join the agricultural sciences workforce. We're going to go over the educational needs areas for the programs. There's several. The first one starting with curriculum development, instructional delivery systems, and expanding student career opportunities. All programs must engage at least more than a single course or a single instructor. So going through the curriculum development, this is to promote new and improved curricula and materials to increase the quality of, continuously renew the nation's K through 14 academic programs in food and ag sciences. These projects should stimulate the development and facilitate the use of education models and materials that incorporate most recent advances in subject matter research on teaching and learning theory, as well as instructional technology. Projects must include strategies for the adoption and integration of curricula, materials, and other products generated. Secondly, your project could be facilitating interaction with other academic institutions to promote K through 14 focused activities that form linkages between secondary, 2-year post-secondary, and bachelor degree granting institutions to maximize the use of resources supporting outstanding education in the food and agricultural sciences. Activities should focus on ensuring completion of secondary degrees, enrollment into post-secondary programs, or transferring to a 4-year institution in the future. Partnerships, collaborative arrangements, and shared resources between institutions are encouraged, and we have 2 different types of projects that we'll go over. Next slide. SPECA has a leadership skills development focus. This is for the development of leadership skills, knowledge, qualities that are necessary to prepare students for agriculture and scientific careers in the private sector, government, or academia. Teaching applications must incorporate a leadership component to equip students with these skills upon graduation. Additional information, SPECA-funded projects must engage more than a single course or an individual instructor. Applicants are encouraged to collaborate with an agency or research facility or USDA agency to leverage funds and contribute towards the overall goals and objectives. If organized by the program, the project director will be required to attend a SPECA PD meeting, so please account for that within your budget and budget justification when putting your application together. Next slide. So who's eligible to the SPECA program? Eligibility is slated for public secondary schools, public or private nonprofit junior or community colleges, institutions of higher education, and nonprofit organizations. School boards are not eligible as legal recipients of the award, neither are individual awards made to individual people. Next slide. So very important, the application deadline for SPECA is coming up very quickly. It's July 27th, 2026 at 5 p.m. That is a Monday. Please keep in mind that duplicate or predominantly overlapping applications submitted to the SPECA or submitted to SPECA in another program in the same fiscal year will not be reviewed, and both applications will be disqualified. Next slide. Going over the project and grant types for the SPECA program, we have 2 different types of projects that could be applied for. Starting off, we have the regular projects. These are projects submitted where applicants can request $10,000 to $50,000 for to perform a SPECA-focused project. Applicant executes the project without the requirement of sharing grant funds with other partners. So those are capped at $50,000. If you would like to apply for more funding, you can look into a collaborative proposal where applicants may request $10,000 to $150,000 to share the funds between institutions. We do not have a set limit or set percentage of how much the funding needs to be shared between institutions, but it must be shown within your budget and your budget justification. This can be done through shared funds or a subaward. Applicants executes the project with assistance from at least one additional partner. The partners must share grant funds. And like I said before, we don't have a set percentage, but it must be shown within the project that those funds will be shared between institutions. Documented impacts of collaboration proposals must include, but do not have to have all of the following. An assessment of significant progress towards addressing regional or national challenge of increasing the number of food and ag science graduates, expansion of the number of students who will enroll in post-secondary courses, enhanced retention rates of students in institutions, demonstrate the effectiveness of this project to the food and ag sciences through a comprehensive project evaluation, using indicators and methods defined within the SPECA NOFO. Next slide. So cost share or matching, there is no matching requirement for the SPECA program. Like I said before, for sharing of funds, it must be between the institutions and shown within the application. Matching resources will not be factored into the review process as an evaluation criteria. So we're going to move into application details and documents that are critical, but also please refer to the fiscal year 26 NOFO that is currently listed. Next slide. So important details, going over again, for a regular proposal, and a collaborative proposal, it is a minimum of $10,000, but you are capped at $50,000 for a regular proposal and $150,000 for a collaborative proposal. The duration can be from 24 to 36 months and either a new or resubmitted application. Key documents are the project summary and abstract, the project narrative, bibliography and references listed. There's other documents as well, such as CVs and for the co-PDs and conflicts of interest and things like that, but they're listed within the NOFO. Next slide. The project narrative is a 10-page limit and is strictly enforced. Please do not go over the project narrative page limit or your project will be denied from review for this year. This is single space, 12-point times New Roman font. This includes the texts, figures, and tables. Tables may be single spaced, but please double check as you're uploading them into ERA to make sure that they do not go over the 10-page limit. Going over the evaluation criteria for this year, there are 5 different criteria points that your application will be reviewed on. So starting with criteria number 1, this is the potential for advancing the quality of education, significance of the problem, how well does this fit into the scope of the SPECA program, and what is the potential for advancing the quality of education. Criteria number 2 is the proposed approach and cooperative linkages. What are the relationships between institutions? Is the method of completing this project sound? Criteria number 3 is the institutional capability and capacity building. What resources are at the institutions that you're focusing on? Criteria 4 is the key personnel. So please be sure to include all the required documents for PDs, co-PDs, anyone who is supporting the project. This is also through letters of support. Criteria number 5 is the budget and cost effectiveness. So does your budget match what the ask is for? Do you feel as though it shows that you would be able to complete all the goals and objectives of your project within the budget and the budget justification? Next slide. So application submission, NIFA only accepts electronic submission of applications. Please reference the NIFA grants application guide. You can also reach out to me directly and I will send you a copy of the slides if you need them. Application documents must be in PDF format to be accepted by NIFA. We do not accept Word or any other type of document, only PDFs. Grants.gov may allow other formats, but NIFA does not. Please do not use third-party PDF builders, and the PDFs should not be password protected, so we are able to open them from our end. Next slide. So application details where projects need to enter info. Again, the application deadline is July 27th, Monday at 5 p.m. They're submitted through grants.gov on behalf of ERA. The total funding available in fiscal year 26 is approximately $750,000. The funding opportunity is listed, so please search for that when you're going to submit your application to make sure that you're submitting it to the correct program. We're also going to have more slides about ERA Commons to make sure that you have everything you need to be able to submit your proposal on time. The assistance listing number is 10.226. And just again, the award range amount is a regular proposal is $10,000 to $50,000 and a collaborative is $10,000 to $150,000. The application evaluation process that NIFA will be performing for your proposal. So the evaluation process, applications are assigned for review to at least 3 reviewers with expertise in the proposed topic. Reviewers will produce individual reviews of each application, evaluating the strengths and weaknesses. These written reviews are used to begin panel discussions with other reviewers serving on the peer review panel. Through these discussions, peer review panelists come to consensus on the final rating and ranking of the applications. So the timeline of competitive programs here at NIFA can be as long as up to 9 months. Months 1 through 3, which we are in currently, is the NOFO release, the application writing and planning, and the application is due. Months 3 through 8, we will be performing the peer review process as well as the funding notification. And within the last 8 to 9 months is when the awards are finalized and made. On average, a competitive program takes 6 to 9 months from application due date to an award being made to an institution. We thank you very much for your patience, and we, as program staff, try to keep you updated as much as we can. But you're also free to reach out to us directly if you need to. Next slide. So for SPECA this year, we have the way your application will be submitted is changed from prior years. We will be using ERA Commons. ERA added to submission of applications. Applicants must register with this system prior to the application submission. So please try to submit before the deadline. Organizations must designate at least 1 signing official and 1 project director in ERA Commons when submitting an application. For additional information, please refer to NIFA's ERA Reference Center and ERA Commons applicant resources. We also have a change this year for how the biographical sketches and current and pending support forms are submitted to NIFA. All applicants are expected to use Science CV, generated USDA biographical sketches, and USDA current and pending other support forms. Detailed instructions can be found also within the NIFA application guide found online as well as in this link. So tips for success. Before you begin writing, but I'm sure many of you have already begun writing your proposals, please consider, is this topic appropriate for the program, or is there a better program fit for it? Are you eligible to apply this program? Is your institution eligible? Do you understand the requirements of the NOFO? Are you familiar with the application review process? Do you have all the needed resources? We do not have matching, but the qualified and experienced staff and personnel listed within your proposal, partners, stakeholders, letters of support to help manage the project, and is that shown within your abstract and narrative, as well as in the key personnel documents. Any of these questions can also be sent to me directly, and I would be happy to answer them. We'll be showing my email throughout this presentation. So other tips are write clearly and logically, organize the documents according to the NOFO outline or evaluation criteria, prepare budget with a strong justification following the guidelines of the NOFO. They are judged on a degree of reasonableness. Obtain critical input from experienced and successful colleagues, fill out forms completely and correctly, use tables and figures to help illustrate important points, write both for the expert and the novice voice. Next slide. Going over the planning checklist, application writing is a complex process and involves several steps. Planning for writing an application needs a strategic approach. The planning checklist can help identify and prioritize several steps like locating the appropriate program, assembling the team for your project, creating a timeline, completing all required forms and registrations. This is for SAM.gov, ERA, grants.gov. Again, please check out ERA, make sure you can submit your proposal correctly before the deadline, so we are able to review you on time. Please complete the required documents, editing and converting, make sure they are in a PDF, and as well as I said, submitting on time, July 27th it is a Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Continuing the document checklist, applicant package may need several documents as mentioned in the NOFO. If you have any questions about documents that need to be added, or if you're having trouble accessing them, please reach out to me directly. Complete and accurate application packages help reviewers in understanding the intended project and its requirements. Create a list of documents needed from the NOFO for your checklist. Mark documents complete as you go along. The checklist will also help you when you're submitting documents in the system so you can mark them off when done. Please make sure that you are uploading the correct documents within the right fields. Double check them, because if we are missing, say, your project narrative or something, we will have to deny your proposal. So please make sure that all the documents are labeled correctly in the right place when you go to submit your application. Next slide. Additional information and resources. So if you're new to the application process, these are slides to help you make sure that you submit your application on time and correctly into the new ERA system. ERA adds a new layer to how your institution registers, applies, and tracks NIFA grants. Step one is to create an ERA Commons account. You can also check with your agency, but if you individually do not have one, you will need to create an ERA account. All PDs and co-PDs need to have an ERA account to be able to review the proposal that are listed within the proposal, to be able to submit the proposal as well. Register your organization. This can take up to 2 weeks, so please do it as soon as possible. Designate a signing official. Make sure every applying researcher, like I said before, the co-PD and the main project director role all have ERA Commons accounts. A tip: if you're serving in more than one role, a single ERA Commons account can hold multiple roles and multiple institution affiliations. You no longer need a separate account for each role. Do you already have multiple accounts? Consolidate them into one. Navigate to ERA to learn more. The ERA help desk could help you with merging your accounts in case it's giving you trouble when submitting your application. If you already have an ERA Commons account from NIH, good news, you may be ready to verify your account is active, correctly affiliated with your institution, and that your SO role is assigned. Next slide. Moving to step 2, so apply via grants.gov or assist, but this will be, on behalf of ERA. What do I need to know now? Find the SPECA NOFO at grants.gov. That can be done with the number we had listed before. Complete application forms following NOFO instructions. Enter your UEI number for your institution. This must match the UEI used for ERA Commons registration, or it will kick back your submission. Specifically in Section 5 of the Form SF424. Enter PD and ERA Commons username in the credential field applicable to research and related senior key personnel profile. Failure to enter will result in an application error. Submit early and utilize ERA's Assist tool to prepare your application. ERA Assist is really useful. It's not mandatory to use, but we highly encourage all new applicants and past applicants to utilize it to make sure that all of their documents are submitted correctly and on time. A tip is the PD username is required by ERA, but grants.gov won't flag it as missing without it. Without it, your application cannot be linked to an ERA Commons record and will receive an error. Moving into step 3, what do you need to know? Log into ERA Commons status module, looking for recent and pending e-submissions, confirm an accession number has been assigned. Once you have that accession number, that should, unless you're getting more errors, that should show you that your application has been submitted correctly. But if it does get kicked back with errors, please address any errors as quickly as possible, promptly via the original application. Applications with errors will not move forward. Tip is grants.gov confirmation is not the finish line. After submitting, log into ERA Commons and check recent and pending e-submissions. Look for an accession number. The accession number is your confirmation that the application has cleared both rounds of validation and will move forward. If you do not have an accession number, that means there are errors to fix and your application was not submitted to the SPECA program, and we will not have something to review for you. Next slide. We have an ERA related action checklist for you to go over to make sure that your application is submitted correctly and on time. Before your organization submits the application, please confirm your organization is registered in ERA Commons, identify your signing official and verify their account is active. Ensure all active researchers have ERA Commons and PD accounts. When applying, enter your UEI number on the SF424. Enter your PD ERA Commons username in the credential field before submitting. Submit early. Fixing one error can trigger others. So please do not wait until the very end of the deadline on July 27th at 5 p.m. Please try to submit at least a few hours before then. So in case you get some errors, you'll be able to resolve those and still be able to submit on time. After submitting, check grants.gov for the agency tracking number assigned to that proposal. Confirm an accession number has been assigned through ERA. Once again, that accession number is your ticket to show that your proposal has been submitted correctly. Continue monitoring the status module as your application moves through the review. You will get notifications from us as we move through the administrative review process. Next slide. Submitting a resubmission application in ERA. If you are resubmitting to the SPECA program this year, this slide is for you. Pilot programs are using a temporary process this year. Not every program is using ERA this year. We are one of the pilot programs. So when you are submitting, you need to submit as a new proposal through grants.gov, included in your response to your response to previous reviews. You are allowed 1 page for a response to previous reviews on top of your 10 pages for the project narrative. Please make sure that that is shown within your application, as well as emailing me directly to let me know that this is a resubmission and should be peer reviewed as such. NIFA program staff confirmation can be found under the program contacts. So why is this different? ERA does not hold historical NIFA grant data yet, so the standard resubmission instruction causes applications to fail validation. And this applies to all NOFOs using ERA. If you don't see a resubmission option, that is expected. Please just to make sure that your proposal gets submitted correctly and on time, and that you email me directly to let me know that it's a resubmission. Next slide. Preparing your application with ERA's Assist. Like I said before, ERA's Assist is not mandatory, but it is very useful to make sure that your proposal gets submitted on time and correctly. An ERA module used to this is a ERA module used to prepare applications and submit them through grants.gov. Is Assist required? No, you may continue to prepare your package directly in grants.gov. However, Assist provides numerous features such as error checking to support application submission. To access it, you can use the following link on the page, and it'll bring you to the Assist webpage. What can Assist do for you? It can collaborate with controlled access, delegate sections to people inside or outside your organization, pre-populate fields within ERA Commons, validate the submitted project before you submit it. This will catch validation rule errors in advance. Preview the assembled application. You can see the entire e-application before it is submitted with auto-generated tables and contents, headers, and page numbers. Tip is that Assist replaces the preparation step, not the submission step. Applications built in Assist are submitted to NIFA through grants.gov. See the Assist overview and user guide for step-by-step instructions. If you experience issues with Assist, please contact the ERA Service Desk as soon as possible. NIFA will not accept late applications due to issues with ERA Assist. Next slide. And just to go over, NIFA uses a reporting portal. You can use NIFA's reporting portal to find past funded awards for SPECA. They're also listed on the SPECA program page if you are wondering if your project fits the scope or what's been funded in the past and what the program is usually looking for. Next slide. We have some grant resources for you to utilize, funding opportunities, the competitive grants flowchart, NIFA training resources, the NIFA policy guide, indirect costs, a guide for preparation and submission of NIFA applications via grants.gov. Please utilize all these resources, or if you're having trouble obtaining any documents, please reach out to me directly. And lastly, we have our non-discrimination statement. If you feel that you or someone part of this has been discriminated or has faced any type of hardship, please let us know. And you can reach out to the numbers listed on the slide. Next slide. And lastly, we will not be taking questions today. Please reach out if you have questions, though. please reach out to me directly. I'll be happy to answer them. I'd be happy to meet with anyone. Our contact information is listed right there. So please reach out to us as soon as you can if you have any questions about your proposal. If you're having trouble with the ERA, please make sure to reach out to the ERA help desk. And we are looking forward to seeing your proposals. And thank you so much for joining us today.